Good morning. So last night I spent, oh, look at that. Okay, I didn't just wake up, but I haven't even looked at myself in the mirror, I guess. Whoops. Anyway, this isn't about me. This is about the art. I know I've been saying I need to get in the shop, but last night it really just hit me. If I don't start making products soon, I'm going to be going to this 4-day show with literally nothing, it feels like. So I started wood burning pieces for the bigger pieces I plan on working on. So we got this piece done, and these are all going to be like inside of wood mosaics, but I had to do the hello focus, I had to do the wood burned piece first. So there's number 1. Number 2, I'm not sure what color I want in these little guys yet, but like something fun. And then these were supposed to match, but like I don't love this one as much as this one. Like it doesn't fill out the space as much. I'm thinking I need to put a little something right here. I don't know. The composition of this one is not, I'm not loving it as much as I thought I was going to, which sucks because this was going to be the bigger one. I don't know. Sometimes when I look at it in the camera, it helps me see it more, but it definitely needs something here, and I feel like something here. Anyway, these are going to go inside of wood mosaic. So these are going to be my more pricier pieces that I'm going to finish this week. And then I did, for my scatterbrain, make a to-do list of all the signs I need to finish, signs and ornaments I need to finish before I leave in like a few days. So I'm going to be working diligently today to get these started and like in a good spot. Some of these are like either half done or like started and I just need to finish them. So those should be pretty easy, but then stuff like this is going to be like a full new build. So I need to spend a lot of time today cutting, like not assembling, but like painting, getting stuff ready to attach. And I have to cut frames by like Tuesday, which is in, again, today's Sunday, so like 2 days. So the panic has set in. I've spent all last week. It was so nice to take last week and just feel like calm. But the panic has set in. So we gotta get stuff done. This is my last ditch effort. Well, last show. So like last effort push for the year. I just need to get it done and do it. My calm, slow season is now over, at least for this week. Okay, I feel kind of like a tattoo cover artist, but I think what I'm going to do, I penciled it out here, is use the curve of this to create another solid leaf, and then I might actually have to make this a little bit bigger to add another little one of these, maybe like here, and then another little one here. That should fill up the space a little bit more. Maybe something on the bottom. I don't know. I just don't like this one. It sucks because like sometimes I compose it with a pencil and it looks good, and then when I burn it I'm like, should probably like pre-draw on my iPad first, but again, we're in crunch time, so I'm just trying to try something new and get it out. My laser dyeing has like, I don't want to say been a blessing in disguise, but like I think it's gonna force me to get more creative and more like hands-on, which like I forgot how much I love wood burning. Like look at the freaking detail you get with that. Like you don't get that with a machine laser. You just don't. So okay, back to figuring this out, and then I'm gonna finish burning it. I did plan on leaving this one natural because I love the natural shading, but these two I'm gonna do my signature painting the background and then gold outlines, which I think would be really pretty with these. Something different. But I love the vintage, like I'm very into like the folky, like vintage floral look, and that's why I kind of like the monochrome, but then I think the gold helps pull everything together too. All about that like modern vintage feel right now. Okay, so I'm trying another color. So I finished this one with the color I was thinking, but it's drying a little more cooler toned than I wanted it to. And it's weird because when I look at it, like this is the same color. Well, I guess in that light it does look the same. I don't know. But it's just a little cooler tone than I imagined it to be. So I'm trying this color on the bottom, which is more of like a true like camel color. And I think I'm gonna switch to this because with these leaves being so dark on both of these, like this just looks too light. Like I feel like the leaves stick out too much. And I think this will be a good balance between like the wood color and the dark, because I plan on having dark frames and then like more natural wood or lighter wood around it. So I think I'm gonna go with that color. This color is so much better. Harry Potter Day 3. I think it's a little cake table. Dessert table. Our pieces so far in the sweet shop. Harry's RIPing over there. Alright, so I am back for the evening. So I did our yard sailing bid to buy group thing and got people the stuff that they bought from me. Grocery shopped, made dinner. Now trying to clean up some things. Well, when I say clean up, I mean like finish some products that are already started. So I showed you my wood burning pieces. I attached one of the wood burning pieces to the mosaic backer, so we'll be able to start that. And then tonight I'm actually going to try and work and cut some ornament pieces. So I had a lot of ornaments that I started before this whole laser debacle happened, and I would like to see if I could just squeeze out the pieces that need cut to just finish what's already like kind of started. And I did talk to a gentleman on Facebook. So there's like these underground people that basically sell Glowforge parts and things like that that aren't through Glowforge. And like, thank God for them, because nothing is ever stocked in Glowforge. I like have nothing but not great things to say about their customer service and like the way they run their business model, to be honest. But they don't even sell like the part that I am like looking for. So basically I'm gonna send it to this gentleman that says he can fix it. So he asked me to look at a certain part, and I did see damage there when he asked me to look at it, and it wasn't something that I noticed before. So I'm glad he did ask me, so I could kind of see a little bit more what was going on. So yeah, I'm going to have to send it out for repair. I am going to pay to repair it, just because even if it's like a couple $100, I know I can squeeze out a couple $100 to like pay off that repair from this machine still. So I'm gonna do it, but basically it's just very disappointing that the company itself like doesn't sell the parts so we could attempt to fix it. And their solution is just to sell us another $1,500 machine, or like a refurbished machine, which like is crazy when like all I need to do is swap out a part. So very thankful that I found these two gentlemen on Facebook to get it rolling basically. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna try the trick that I've been doing, and like it's such a nuisance, and I have to babysit the machine, which is why like when I say it was dead, like it would kill my production if I tried to use it. Like I still can use it, but basically the process is it's turned off. I ram the lens up there. I turn it on. It does the centering and like all that stuff. It makes it cut. So 50% of the time it's good, 50% of the time it's not. I turn it off. The lens falls out. I have to re-put the lens back up there. So like every single time I'm turning off my machine, kind of like recalibrating it and then trying to cut something again, which is like not conducive for anyone, and especially right now, like going into this big show. So basically I'm just trying to do that to clean up the things that are already here. So whether it's using scraps to cut more magnets, which would be a product easily finished, or just wrapping up these ornaments and like moving on. So right now I'm trying to wrap it up and move on. So we'll see how it works for me tonight.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I live, the dream I knew. This Christmas
In the shop, so I got the flower and frame attached. I have the two other like camel colored flowers attached, and they are under weights right now. They're probably already attached, but I like to give them a while to dry. I'm gonna add the gold outline to those ones. The other flower one is staying really, really natural. I'm trying to decide. So I did a walnut frame on it, as you saw here. Yay. So I'm trying to decide if I know obviously it's gonna have a walnut outside frame, but what do I want the inside to look like? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But basically I'm gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna have a salad. If you watch my reset vlog, we have not been doing a good job resetting our healthy eating. But basically since I'm gone this whole week, we really didn't get dinner. So we said salads for dinner. Actually, I don't like eating salads for lunch and dinner. That's so boring. So I might have carrots and hummus and then salads for dinner. But yeah, I didn't really buy anything this week at the grocery store. I try to stay away from junk. But here's the thing, when it's cold, I just texted Jake, I want to just devour junk and hot food, and salad does not fall into either of those categories, in case you were wondering. So that's the dilemma. But I guess I'm gonna snack on some veggies. Oh, I did buy some fruit. I forgot about that. Maybe I'll have some fruit too, and then get back down in the shop. So basically my goal is by dinner time to have the mosaic pieces cut for these 3 pieces. That way I can go into tonight basically like prepping and probably attaching either tonight or like early tomorrow. I feel decently okay with what we've got done so far. There's a couple other things that I would like to at least get done today to put me in a good spot for leaving Wednesday. Yeah, because basically tomorrow I'll have to do frames. Oh, gosh, that's wild. Where has this week gone? So I know I was unsure about what colors I was gonna put in these shapes. I actually did a wood stain so you could still see the wood grain inside it, and like I said the painting doesn't go all the way to the edges of the flowers, so you can see there's some space there. I go in with a gold paint, which I'm sure I'll show you in this video a little later, just to create more of that like rustic look. But so far, I'm really glad I changed the composition of this and added those leaves just to give it a little more balance, but I really, really like it so far. So next up, I think with these, I'm also gonna do a walnut frame. I should have enough wood to do walnut on both of them. I might have to cut another piece of this actually. So I do a frame around the inset, and then once that's framed up, we're gonna build the mosaic around these. I wanted to keep really neutral. So I'm thinking like white oak, natural woods, maybe even some of the natural lath wood that I normally use. So if you guys are new to the channel, a lot of the wood that we get is actually old wood from like 1900 farmhouses. If people are tearing down houses or renovating, we go in and like salvage the wood. We've traveled up to like 2 hours basically to get wood. But it's just cool because it has like texture and some history to it, which I really like. So I love to incorporate that into the pieces when we're able to. And it just gives it a different look. You can definitely not replicate the like old saw marks and, you know, history that is on that wood. And I fully appreciate it, so I hope you guys do too. But I love telling that little story as just something that is special to our brand, basically. Frames are cut and oiled for the 3 inlay mosaics. So I noticed some spots on the 2 painted woodburn pieces that I want to touch up. So before I attach those frames, I'm gonna paint and reseal them before we attach, and then we're gonna work on cutting mosaic pieces. I still don't know what I want to do for the mosaic part, but sometimes people ask like, do I draw them before? Do I just cut? Today it's going to be a just cut and play, whatever I'm feeling or whatever look I'm liking. Sometimes I do draw them before, but for these it's going to be all natural wood, so I like to just intermix them in a couple different designs. But yeah, should be fun. Alright, so they are sisters, not twins, but I do want to kind of make them a matching set. So they're going to have similar shapes, but obviously one's a rectangle, one's a square, so it's not going to be exactly the same. But we're going for neutral and walnut, for sure. So we've made some progress on the mosaics. I'm going to show you what I have so far. I feel good with the start of these, but again, tomorrow is kind of like my last day. So really tonight I would like to get the pieces cut for all 3 of the wood burn mosaics. Honestly, a tip if you're looking to make any wood wall art, definitely drawing it makes it faster, because right now I'm kind of playing with like widths of pieces, what I have that will just work in the space, and coming up with the design as I go, basically, versus if I had it drawn, it would kind of already be there. So when I have Mosaic Madness coming out in March, well, there's going to be a lot of vlogs in the new year of me building Mosaic Madness. All of those will kind of already be pre-designed, but since these were kind of a little unexpected, I'm just rolling with it. But I like this one so far, for sure. Very neutral and like walnut vibe, what I was going for.
Oh, holy night, the stars brightly shining. It's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn.
It's a little past 8 p.m. This is where I'm at on the biggest mosaic. So, see if it'll focus here. Used a combination of white oak, which is still drying, walnut, and the rustic lath boards that I was explaining earlier. Still have to do all the gold outlines. I might take this upstairs and work on that actually, because I have the 2 gold outlines, and I have a lot of things I'm going to paint by hand. Well, not paint by hand, but need to touch up by hand. So I think I'm going to call it a night for the workshop and the loud tools. Jake will probably be going to bed. I've been up since 4 a.m. so I don't know how late I am going to be able to stay up. I'm like sipping on on an energy drink right now, but I'm like not committed to drinking it and staying up really, really late, because I will probably still wake up early tomorrow and just work early. So I'm trying to balance as much as I can, but I think it looks pretty good so far. I went kind of like opposite ends on the triangles, and then I'm just going to use probably like natural colors to wrap her up, but something different, something fun. I think I'm going to go chunky here with the walnut to like bring in this chunkiness, but yeah. I just love the textured wood with like the walnut. Obsessed. So like I said, have this. I have just touch-up things and ornaments and just smaller things that I can do. It doesn't require loud tools while I'm sleepy. Yeah. Alright. Well, good night for tonight. This vlog will include tomorrow, but tomorrow will probably be hectic, so no promises on amazing content, especially when this is how tired I am. Okay, good night. Good morning. Yes, I'm still in my robe because it was cold, but we just started a fire, so probably won't have it on for much longer. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what I got done this morning. It is 9:30. I woke up at like 5 and started working. Got done all the Grinch ornaments we've looked at before, got done some other ornaments, and I found a bag of Christmas stuff that was like unfinished last night. So I put together what I could / looked at what I could easily finish, and got my laser to cut a couple pieces. So those are in a good spot, which is going to add some inventory I wasn't really expecting, which is great. Haven't really cut anything like power tool wise yet. I like can't stand to hear power tools in the morning. Around like 9-10 is when I start using them. So basically I'm going to do what I can, sand what I can, take my robe off, and then come back down and start cutting for the mosaics again. I have a couple things I need to just like clear coat and spray, so I think I'm going to work on spray painting right now, and then get into like my noisy work is kind of like what I call it. Not feeling too terrible. I did not stay up late last night. We went to bed at like 8:30. I've been going to bed and waking up early, so like kind of balances itself out instead of staying up late, so it is what it is. But yeah, so still basically have to build like these 2 full mosaics today, which we can do. It just is going to be a long cutting day. And I have to cut all frames today and get them stained today at least. I could probably attach them tomorrow morning. If I could stain and attach today, that would be like best case scenario. The nice thing with these though is if I'm using a walnut frame, I just have to oil them, not stain them. So sometimes I feel like that's honestly a little bit quicker because the oil takes in and, you know, gives it color right away versus the stain is like an extra step, I feel like. So I'm gonna work on these once I start cutting. I'm feeling okay, but I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. I've already been working for 4 hours. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock actually. I've been working for a while already. I've had 2 coffees so far, can you tell? But anyway, I'm going to start spray painting so I can get to these buggers, because this is like finishing the, you know, cheaper ornaments and stuff like that is great, but stuff like this is really my like high ticket money makers if they do sell, but the ornaments have a higher chance of selling. So it's like balancing act between like getting the high price items and also getting like the lower price items. And this show I've never been to, so I literally have no idea what to expect as far as sales. So yeah, I'm just trying not to stress myself out. I got a banana I brought down here. I'm gonna eat my breakfast banana, finish my other coffee, my second coffee, and spray paint. That's how we're starting the morning. All right, let's do it. Hello, middle of the day update. I'm feeling okay. Ornaments that were remaining are in a good spot. I got all the frames cut for all the signs that I'm gonna finish. I even added a couple signs that I wasn't sure I was gonna get done. So those frames right now I'm gonna be sanding the edges and then staining. Once the stain is drying, I'm gonna move back to my hardwood mosaic pieces, so the stain can kind of dry while I'm working on that, and then hopefully we can attach all the frames tonight of the smaller signs and then continue to work through the mosaics. Jake is going shopping slash picking up a new TV slash I'm sad because he's going to the bookstore and I really want to go to the bookstore. But I told him I have to be responsible and like not go. But I really, really wanted to go. I like went back and forth multiple times, but there's like no way I could go. So I'm sad about that. I just like shopping for books. Even though we have a bajillion million books right now. All right, back to work. either. Gosh, that gold with the lighting is just so pretty. There are the two matching sisters.